Sagittarius, welcome to your monthly reading of April 2023 here on the Astroflower. I've done the collective reading and wow, what a reading that is. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I think you'll really enjoy it as well after this reading, or go and have a look at that. It's absolutely amazing. Without further ado, what's going on here? Lovers is already jumping out. This is just going to be a really nice sparkly reading for you for April. Let's just see with the overall energies here. We've got the karmic messages, which is going to be for the relationship and your material side of life. And then you have week 1, 2, 3, and the outcome in week 4. We'll also be going to sort of see how the universe is influencing this karmic path with that week 1, how your past life or your past is trying to advise you on your future, and how your future is sort of egging you on, and how the nature and the energy is trying to advise you in the going future. This is your relationship side and this is your material side. So without further ado, Sagittarius, welcome. Do enjoy yourselves. Let's just see what's going on here. 10 of Pentacles for the overall energy. The changing aspect, the realization in the vibrations at the moment as they change across the collective consciousness is bringing us to a new stage in life where all of a sudden we're going to realize that we've got all the ideas going forward. And we're going to realize that there's an abundance really that is all around us, and we just need to engage in this logical progression. And for you personally, all of a sudden you're going to have this month here, and you've been having a tricky time over the last couple of months, I think, and this month here you're going to be in a situation where all of a sudden the overall energy that's bringing into you is bringing in the abundance, a lot of resources for you, not just on the material front, but also on the emotional front as well, and almost feeling much more at one with oneself, basically. Now, let's just see what the karmic message is for your relationship side. That Page of Swords just popped out again. It just wants to come out. So your the karmic message here on your relationship side and on your emotional side of life is about engaging with the ideas in a childlike manner. And when I say childlike manner, just sort of like with fresh eyes, seeing those new ideas and sort of converting them into action. So seeing the intuition that is within you, recognizing the ideas that are around you, and putting them down. It could be even a case of just writing them down so you don't forget them, to engage in them, to actually start manifesting them in your life. So opening a whole new load of new doors, a new sort of cycle for you in this month here, built upon great ideas. Let's see what's going on in the first week. Ace of Wands, lots of passion, and this is also plays into this sort of this passion that comes to the surface within your intuition as well. In this first week of April, it's going to make you dance and skip and be really passionate about life, and really want to be engaged into in the way of emotions, in the way of relationships and stuff like that. It's going to be a very vibrant beginning. Now, when I did the collective reading, the dates that were coming out was between the 11th and the 21st of April. There seems to be a change at that moment there. That's when the realization comes in, where we move into this logical sort of revolution, really, where it becomes so much more evident. The path becomes evident, and that's much better for you, because I think over the past sort of month or so, maybe a bit more, maybe 2 months, you've been really sort of umming and ahhing about things, and this logical sort of vibration that's coming through the energies, the changing vibrations, the new paradigm that we're in, comes to the surface. It's going to help you sort of make decisions really easily, and following that passion within your life is I think it's going to spark a lot of things for you. And as I say, it'll bring in a lot of abundance and resources, emotional support for you in your life. The Hermit, second week. So this is going from the 7th to the 14th. This is where we step into those dates. This Hermit is relying on what you've been through in the past. That dark side, that shadow side of ourselves. You seem to have been examining over the past sort of like 2, 3, 4 months, as it were. And the best thing about the Hermit, and when it came up within the monthly readings, the monthly collective reading, it's been coming up in a lot of other monthly readings as well. It also came up in a lot of weekly readings last week. And it is, the Hermit is carrying that star, that dream and aspirations in that lantern that he's captured through his journey of the dark night of the soul, in a way, and realizing what his dreams and aspirations are and using him as a guide going forward. So in the connection with your relationships that are around you, the emotional connection with other people that are around you, all of a sudden you're going to be guided towards people that connects to your dreams and aspirations, that want to have fun in life like you appear to want to have fun in life with these other people. And it's going to sort of, it's a case of kind of going, what the hell, let's just do it, it's going to be fun, sort of scenario. And I think this is where the Hermit and expressing your inner being within your relationships this week will bring things to the surface, which will make you realize, maybe in the ending part of April, you know, the actual joyous people that are around you. Could be your couple, could be sort of friends and families and stuff like that. The people that really resonate with you, and the people that just haven't got, you know, they haven't got it. They haven't worked it out. They haven't, you know, they're not following the energy. They're not following that sort of, that change in vibration. Yet playing smart. This is the third week. So your past self here is this work you've done on yourself. The first week is this, how the universe is influencing you, trying to inspire you within you. And how does that inspire you? That does it with that sort of star that's in that lantern. And you can use the knowledge and your understanding within you from your past in order to move forward. In the third week, and we've been seeing this with a lot of people got the tower moment there, in that section there. But for you, it's kind of like realizing, and this is the playing smart bit, realizing what resonates with you. Not how you resonate with everybody else, but how it resonates with you. And the moment you do that, all of a sudden, the people that are around you are going to really, you're going to be in a position where you're going to be, connect with the people who really are resonating in the same way, who have got that sort of vibrant energy that you so have, Sagittarius. And that is that change in between the 14th and the 25th of April, when you move into a new paradigm, when you're moving into a stage where it becomes logical, and there's not even a question about it. It's just kind of going, Bertie there is just, you know, they're not in it. They're not in this new paradigm. They're not going forward. They're not trying to unify themselves with energy. They're not trying to step into this new vibration. And it just brings me down. It's not that I don't like Bertie. It's not that at all. It's just that Bertie is not resonating anymore. Yes, you can encourage him, encourage Bertie to sort of step up to the plate. But at the same time, you can't do it for Bertie. So I would continue on. And this is what playing smart is about, is exploring those new opening avenues that you have around you. Let's just see what goes on at the end. The King of Pentacles, assurance, almost like a position of authority, because you know yourself now. This month here is really putting into practice what you have learned. And as you put it into practice, all of a sudden the King of Pentacles has all those resources of the Ten of Pentacles with him. And also he has that authority because he's learned a lot. It's also to do about the King of Pentacles. I'll get there in a minute. The King of Pentacles is all about friends, family, community, getting with other people, making sure that you are in a good place, and therefore everybody else can be in a good place. And as you do this, people are going to look at you as almost as a point of reference, as a point of authority going forward, because you're going to, it appears to be that it's not a case that you're feeling at one with yourself, not just at one with yourself, but you're also heading down that new path and heading gladly and joyously into the new vibration. Let's just see what's going on your material side of life. Here's your karmic path, that tower moment, as I said earlier on. Everybody's been getting it. Now, don't worry about it. A tower moment is not necessarily a bad thing. I could lose a job, for example, and that could be considered as a tower moment. But the reason I've lost that job is because there's a much better job coming down the line. And in order to get that better job, I've got to lose the other job. And here is it's on your karmic path. So I don't think it's necessarily losing a job or losing money or losing your business. It could well be for some of you, but as I said, I really believe that if you engage in the logical revolution that we're going into and actually realize that there's no choices in life and you've just got to follow the evident path, if you realize this, it's going to create a lot of space. And I think the karmic message here is to use the situation, the changing world that is around us at the moment, to your advantage, to clear off old belief systems, to engage in a new belief system. And in order to engage in a new belief system, you have to get rid of the old. That's just the way it goes. That's how learning and progression and evolution happens in each and every single one of us. So this tower moment in your karmic path is a real learning moment for you. I think it's really stepping up to much higher goals. In the moon, in the first week, you've got the moon. This is how the influence is trying to influence your month as well. It's bringing things to the surface, and this is what this tower moment is all about. It's bringing things to the surface that you may well not see at the moment. Things that are slightly hidden, maybe, making you or helping you to realize that logical, progressive evolution sort of revolution that we're going through. In this first week, I think you're going to have within your material world, you're going to realize a lot of things that you couldn't see before, and it was sort of hidden behind the veil of energy before, and then in this week here, it's going to be revealed to you. We're going to be doing a clarification on all this, and it'd be quite interesting to see it. Certainly see the monthly reading, the collective monthly reading, because you'll understand a lot more of how this energy is affecting you and this one reading here. In the second week here, judgment. This is what I was saying, going from the tower moment. Judgment is a calling to your righteous path. All of a sudden, I think you're going to be stepping on I'm really excited about this card. It's a lot of good energy. It's hitting the crown chakra really, really nicely. There seems to be almost like a conscious moment within that week here, going from the 7th through to the 14th, where you are going to step into your power. And stepping into your power means following your evident path, following your calling. And in order to follow your calling, you're going to have to, there's a bit of space that's going to need to be made. And as I said, I think that space is being made around you rather than it actually happening to you per se. And with this revealing in the first week of aspects, could be about you, your business, your job, your projects and so forth, all of a sudden it's going to make you realize the calling, your calling to energy, your calling to your material path, and how you can apply your logic and the amazing new paradigm of how the unification of the consciousness and coming together. And unification of one consciousness doesn't necessarily mean we all think the same thing. That's not what it means. What it means is we actually understand that we're on the same path, that we're working with the same resonance. And what you do in your life can be completely different to someone else, but it's working in harmony with that resonance. That is what one consciousness is about. Working in harmony with animals, nature, plants, the vibration that comes from the sun, the prana, the pneuma, the vibration that runs down those ley lines, those energy lines that run across the earth. I've been dowsing on them for over 30 years now. I've done a map of all the major ley lines across the world and the crossing points and the chakra points of the earth. I did it over 20 years ago. Absolutely amazing. And it's all sort of coming to fruition at the moment. And you have to apply yourself. You have to step up to the plate. And in this second week here, I think this realization is coming into you. It's really lovely in the crown chakra. Absolutely amazing. I can understand now this really clearly, this 10 of Pentacles, this resources you have doesn't necessarily mean like money resources. It's also the resources that you have within you, within your spirit. It's really coming to light. Let's see what's going on the third week. 8 of Swords. We got the 7 of Swords over here and we got the 8 of Swords here. This is a real progressional thing. I don't think you're going to feel stuck. I think it may be a moment in this week here where you're sort of caught a little bit in the headlights of the changing world around us. But it also, with this Tower moment, which I think has a little bit to do with this section here of something that's coming in, and we saw this in the collective reading as well. Something changes that's coming in, might have something to do with the internet being turned off or something like that. You know, all of a sudden it's going to make you feel that you're free. You're no longer restrained or restricted in the old paradigm. You are free because you've played smart. You've done a lot of work on yourself on an emotional side. You've understood and seen the hidden energies behind the material world, within your job, within your business. And as you respond to that calling of vibration itself, and you start progressing within your material world, you are going to become freed up from a fixed position. That's what I feel there. I don't think, as I say, I think there may be a moment where you hesitate a little bit, but you have got this beautiful fire inside you, Sagittarius, but you've also got this air at your base as well. And that's feeding that fire as well, that feeding that passion, that Ace of Wands there. And as you sort of, it's almost as if you're stepping in through the doorway and just taking a glance back at the old paradigm. And at that moment there, you may feel a little bit stuck for 2 seconds, and it's going to be very slight. As long as you continue on the evident path that is before you, it is going to be a beautiful new paradigm that we're going to move into. It's only waiting for you to step through the door. And I think that's what you're doing in the third week, going from between the 14th and the 21st. We'll see that in a little bit more in the clarifications as we go forward. Yeah, the Fool. And this is the outcome. You are making that leap of faith. The Fool is also the beginning of a journey, a beginning of a greater learning. That's why it's the number 0 on the major arcana. It is the beginning of all understandings. It's the beginning of your journey. And as you start the beginning of that journey, you're going to feel very light, optimistic, and very buoyant about the future, basically. Really looking nice for you, Sagittarius. I'm so happy, really happy for you, because like I could see in the readings over the past sort of like 2 months, as I say, that things that might have been troubling you, might have been causing you a little bit sort of angst, as it were. And it seems like this month here is all of that is being shed away. It's like it's being washed away by the energy. The other thing I'll say about the Fool as well is that there is that white dog. Now, white animals is all to do with energy, and to do with the connection with energy in the sense of that universal vibration. And a dog is that faithful friend, that loyal companion, and energy is in accompanying you on that journey as a faithful friend. If you engage in it, if you respond to that judgment, if you respond to that calling in your life, all of a sudden you're going to find that you can do anything really you want to. And the energy is going to sort of back you up, basically. Let's just see if we can get some clarifications on that. I was just about to go off, but look what we got on the Ten of Pentacles as well. Those white dogs as well, helping you out, being with you. So yeah, let's just see what we've got in the way of Ten of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords, inspirational ideas that come out of nowhere. I think that actually comes out of this idea of the moon here, of things that are being unveiled to you. And with that unveiling brings nice new ideas, which ties in as well to your karmic path on your material side, on your relationship and your emotional side, with that Page of Swords. And they come out of nowhere in a way. So energy is almost sort of kind of going, look at these resources. Did you notice this? Oh, you didn't. Oh, wow. Look at that. What can you do with that? Ooh. That's the card that wants to come out. I'm going to keep it. I'm definitely going to keep it. You got the King of Cups and absolute control over your emotions. Plain sailing going ahead. So on your karmic path here is exploring these ideas, these energies, this changing vibration with a beautiful, joyous vibration that you have within you. You are amazing, Sagittarius. When you allow that energy to flow through you, you know, you are you're the belle of the ball, or the king of the castle, as we used to sing as kids. You know, yeah, it's going on with these ideas, but being in a very joyous space about it. Let's just see what's going on with the Ace of Wands. As I said earlier on, now we got the Eight of Swords here. So we had the Eight of Swords up here. It's coming through here. It's coming through this joyous energy. It's coming through inspiration and new ideas, victories, gaining momentum within your life. And those passionate ideas are gonna free you up. And this is what I'm saying on this card here. I really believe the Eight of Swords at the moment is all about freeing you up from restrictions that you might have had before. So you might have sort of said before the April, you might have sort of said within the your surrounding relationships, and this could be friends, family, community, could even be with your couple, or any future sort of relationships where you've been a little bit sort of cagey about what you say because you don't want to upset anybody. Here is these passionate ideas just kind of going, no, I'm heading off. I'm free. I can say what I like. I can be the person who I need to be. Let's just see what's going on with the Hermit. The Knight of Swords. This is the cooling of, I'm just checking to see whether it's that you had the Knight of Swords elsewhere. You don't. The Knight of Swords, a calling to your mission. This reflects that Judgment card on that side there. That Hermit who has now taken his dreams and aspirations, that star, put it in front of him and saying, this is what's going to guide me. And this is calling you forward into your relationships, enjoying life, connecting with the people that resonates around you. Let's see what goes on with this Seven of Swords. We've got the Fool again. And the funny thing, the thing I like about the Fool on this card is that we have the Astroflower. She's diving into the Astroflower. And the Astroflower is so much, it's a concept that's come out of 30 years of doing energy healing, where I've seen over 20,000 people. And I've connected a lot of dots in my life. It's been an amazing life. I've loved the experience of this life at the moment, up to everything, including even the bad moments. And it's connecting many different aspects, not just astrology, but many different aspects of life. And this is playing smart. It's actually taking a leap of faith into a greater understanding. That's what it is. And applying that greater understanding in the world around you. That's what you've got to start doing. It's not just a case of sort of saying, playing smart as if kind of saying, oh, I'm going to keep these emotions here. No, it's playing smart, sort of realizing, kind of going, no, this is my time. This is a wave coming in for me. This is also the elements I should be using in my life. This is also the energy that I should be sort of encouraging in my life as you go forward. So it is a leap of faith. It's reflecting that side as well. Let's just see what the overall outcome is with the King of Pentacles. the Hangman. When you get into that position where I said, you know, it's an authority through understanding of where you've come from, an assurance, and just sheer knowledge, and also making sure everything everyone is well around you, because you've made sure you are okay, and really heading on down your path, you are going to be able to see things in a completely different light. It's following that light. It's following that hermit. That's what it's all about here. You've really got to allow your light to shine. And, you know, even that sun card here is a karmic card here, is allowing that sunshine to illuminate your life. And as it does, it's going to open up a lot of opportunities in the future, but you've got to see it in a different way. You've got to look at it in a very much more sort of, there is no choices in my life. It is just evident that I follow this path and go down this path here. Okay, let's just see if we can get some clarifications on that tower. What's that tower all about? Healthy boundaries. This is what I was saying about sort of belief things, realizing what doesn't work from the old paradigm, and then setting out those healthy boundaries so you don't go back into it. So as you do go through that door, you keep going through that door. You go on to the new paradigm. You join all the joyous people that are in a new future that is built upon a logical understanding and connection with one another, and unifying the vibrations between one another, and enjoying life, exploring life. It doesn't necessarily mean that everybody has to do the same thing as you, but certainly having those healthy boundaries, saying, I'm not going back to that. That's what those healthy boundaries are. Let's just see what this moon card is all about. Anything that's sort of, oof. Yeah, no, did it all come out all right? Yes, it did. There's the Well card that wants to come out. We'll just see if it does sort of come out. Yeah, with the, you got the Three of Wands that jumps out. It's procrastination. That's what the Three of Wands can be about, but it can also be about, it's the Harbour Master. So it's understanding the idea that things come and go. And as things come into your life at the moment, these are going to be new things, like boats that come into the harbour. They're bringing in cargo from elsewhere. They're bringing in new ideas. They're bringing in new understanding. And this is what's going to help you to reveal that judgment, that evident path that you should be going down. As this information comes through to you, as this vibration comes through to you, you're going to be in a position where you're going to be able to sort of realize a lot of things that you've never seen before. And you don't have to go anywhere here at the moment, Sagittarius. You just need to allow it to come into your life. Be open to it. And in order to be open to it, in a way, you do need those healthy boundaries. You do need that space to be cleared by that tower. Let's just see what that Judgment is all about. Lovers. Did that not come out at the beginning? I think it did, didn't it? I think it did. Did it come out in the beginning? I'm pretty sure it did. Maybe my memory is going to pot, you know, but I think it did come out at the beginning. I think this Judgment is this Lovers. Is obviously, we're talking about the material side here, but this Judgment card of with the Lovers card is almost sort of saying to you, fall in love with what you do, who you are, what your evident path is. This is your righteous path, your calling by energy. I would follow it. It's going to free you up enormously. Now the tricky card, the Eight of Swords. As I said, I think it's a case of freeing yourself up so you're no longer stuck in the old paradigm and you're moving on to the new paradigm. Two of Swords, difficult choice. Making sure, where was that Hangman? There's the Hangman there. Seeing things in a different way. So basically, you've got to take off that bandage. Stop just looking into the past. Look to the future. And when you do look to the future, you're going to realize that there is a whole new world to explore. And this is what is this choice to sort of leave the old world behind and go into the new paradigm. Be the higher self of you, which is what this Lover card is all about. Maybe that moment where you choose or you realize your evident path where you're standing in that doorway, which I was talking about. And that could be a little bit difficult for you, but I'm not allowed to promise you anything. I'm only allowed to promise you one thing in life. I will promise you never to make you any promises. That's the only promise I can give you. All I can say is that I have stepped through the door into that new paradigm, and I feel so connected, so much better and at one with myself. It could have something to do with Pluto sort of moving out of my sign, but majority of it is all about really about stepping into the new paradigm. And that's what's got to happen in that week going between the 14th and the 21st. Let's just see what's going on with the Fool. It's opening up all your channels, all your channels of love and vibration, feeling those vibrations with everything around you, having that cup within front of you, that love and that joy within front of you. It came out within the collective reading. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah, Sagittarius, it looks like there's going to be a great month for you. Take it, run with it, enjoy. Yes? Okay? Thank you very much for being here. I hope this has helped you out. Hope you help to see your connection with the energy a lot clearer. In the meantime, Sagittarius, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.